G'day, it's Pat Dooley and this is episode 1 of the series Leveling Up. During the past 3 decades I've noticed that successful people exhibit similar patterns, and these patterns can be broken into chunks, and those chunks can be broken into smaller chunks. Now, if you have all the chunks, all you need to do is put them together in the right way and you solve the puzzle. That's a win. Or you complete a project, or you broker a deal, or sponsor a prospect. But ultimately, you become successful. But if it's a struggle, the chances are you are missing pieces of the puzzle, and things tend not to go your way. You don't feel in flow. Now, if that happens, a great way to get back into flow is do the following. Sit back, think of an imaginary piece of paper as if it were a puzzle. Imagine all the pieces. Are they scrambled, or are they fitting nicely together? Are some of the pieces missing, or do you have some pieces that simply don't fit? This is just a simple way to help you determine what is needed. Some call it a playbook, some call it a business plan or business model. But the key here is to see the big picture or outcome first. Just like if you were looking at the picture of a puzzle completed before you started to look at the pieces to solve the puzzle. So what about these patterns of success? First, understand Pareto's 80-20 principle. It simply means this: the majority of the effects, like 80%, come from the minority of the causes, the 20%. I put it like this: those who think, speak, read and write well tend to succeed. Those who don't tend not to succeed. We need to break those chunks into smaller chunks. What does it mean to think well and speak well? And why read and write? What has that got to do with it? And if you're asking those questions, it's well warranted. We'll go into the detail and you won't be left wondering, and you'll be empowered, you'll be motivated no matter what level you're starting from and what level you want to achieve. This series is all about you leveling up your game. I've chosen this format, audio casting, because I think it's the most accessible and it's simple for you to listen on any smart device pretty much anywhere in the world. But be sure to check out our YouTube channel as well. Even though we use and love technology, our voice is our personality. It's often that personal touch that just might win you the contract, or win over the prospect, or persuade your team member. And notice, one of the 4 chunks is speaking. Now, let me say here and now, speaking is like a coin. There's a flip side, and that is listening too. I call this a holistic approach to success. Whole, spelt with a W. Wholelistic. And why I call it holistic is because one of the best ways to solve any puzzle is to see it as a whole first, then reduce it into its chunks as needed. So this series is about learning to know and learning to do in combination, not one without the other. So subscribe and level up to abundance. Talk to you on the next episode.